G'day all, and welcome back to Murder Valley. I've been a bit quiet this year, haven't made a lot of videos. I've been sick, I've been away on holidays, I've been working a lot, and I've been trying to get some work done on some of my slot stuff, and I've been doing it without the camera on. But here I am. One of the things I've also been very busy on, this has taken up a lot of my time this year, is the number of scammers who are getting on pages and they are posting up things for sale that they don't own. So they're grabbing photos off the internet or off eBay or wherever they're getting them from, and they're making fake profiles that are normally very, very new and very easy to find, or very easy to look at and see they're not real if you're pretty experienced on the internet. But if you're not, I'll give you some tips on how to help you from not getting scammed. Ask lots of questions. Ask for however many photos they've put up. Always ask for a photo of something they haven't shown, and then ask for something to be put in it, in the photo, to prove it's them. Now, some people ask for little pieces of paper with the name and everything on them. I like to be a little bit more generic than that. And here's a sample of one of the photos that I was sent when I asked for a photo of a track with a TV remote. Now, the funny thing is this: that is the worst. That is the worst Photoshop I think I've ever seen. But asking for something else in the photo is purely a distraction. That is one of the photos that was in the original ad. I actually didn't want the item. I just wanted to prove that the person was a scammer, and this photo proved it to me. Another one, someone in Mexico, I think, put some stuff up for sale, and I asked for a photo of a toilet roll in it. Just think of something generic, but look at, it's not even to scale, but that's just funny. But the item you want to add is the distraction, and as soon as they put the item of distraction over a photo they've already sent you, you know it's not real, because it'd be easier to put a TV remote in front of the actual item and take a photo of it than what it would be to Photoshop one in. So that proves to you that they're fake. But something else I want people to do, I'd love people to do it, help all the admins of the pages, help the people who are less experienced on the internet. Every time, when you see these people who are posting these things for sale, call them out. The more people who, and when I mean call them out, don't call them out publicly on the page. Message them. Say you're interested in it. Waste their time. I'm not telling anyone to buy anything or part with money, but imagine if 20 of us, just 20 of us, for every for sale post, annoyed these scammers, and they'd be so frustrated with how many questions they're being asked, and how that everyone wastes their time because they're not going to buy. Hopefully they'll stop and move on to some other hobby, or even better still, give up altogether. So this is my call to action for everybody. Let's make the scammers hate us and not want to deal with us, and that hopefully they'll go away. But yeah, so all right, back to other things. I've been to my local slot car shop where I ordered some of the new AFX cars. While I was in there yesterday, couldn't help myself, bought another pair because there was still some on the shelf. These things are selling pretty well. The detail on these things, now I've been waiting a while to get these. They've been in stock. I was hoping the next pair were coming out, but Mike at Shellshire Slots is going on holidays, so he said come and grab them. So I could have left it a bit longer. Look at how fine the details are on these things. These are coming out now like a really, really high class and high quality die cast. They're brilliant. Look, there's a few little gripes I have. Why the first two cars? Why they both look so similar? Because we're talking what, helmets, and the little spoiler thing on the top of the air intake. One's yellow, one's black. At speed, let's get further away. Look at that. They're not that easy to pick. But anyway, so what AFX are bringing out more, hopefully plenty more. And please, AFX, if you're watching this, please bring out white unpainted bodies for those of us who want to have a crack at making our own race cars so that racers can race them, and also for the really clever guys that sit at home and make their own decal sets and paint cars up. Let's create a market like a resale market. So these guys buy the white ones off you, they detail them up, and they sell them to other collectors and stuff like that. I reckon they'll sell like hotcakes. Other things I bought this off Brad. He's a racer that races the biggest scale cars up at Showisher Slots. So I bought that off him, and he dropped it up at Mike's or at Showisher Slots for me, so that I could pick it up at the same time as this, not have to pay postage. And then one of the very, very few eBay purchases that I've made this year of buying slot cars. I'm trying to get a reasonable collection of AFX G Plus cars. I just really like the way they drive. Look, this one has 440X2 textured tyres on it. They'll be coming off. They'll be getting replaced with foam. And then the front tyre over here is a bit shagged because they're a bit old and hard. They'll be getting replaced with foam as well. And I'm just trying to get enough of these bodies. Yeah. I know I've said in the past that I'm going to resin cast some bodies and do the elf and stuff. I've just been too busy to deal with any of that stuff. Other stuff I've been mucking around with. Some of you may or may not have seen some of the things I've put up with my season cars I'm racing this season. This is another one that I've got to paint this weekend and get it in team colours. But Auto World Extraction, there's a little series we're racing this year based on sponsorship from WA Slots over in Perth in Australia. The TFX with the little Toyota Starlet GT body on it. The Bulldog set in the standard 1.5 axle position, because we've been racing them for a long time with them in the longer 1.6. They're very much like a Porsche to drive. Very, very different to the S15 that we were driving last season, like the Nissan Silvia. The McLaren, as resin cast by Mr. David Quick on the Mega G Plus 1.7, and of course the Viper V-Spec. So we're up to think it's about race. I think we've done 5 race meets. We've had the last 2 off. We've still got problems with low numbers. But we had last week. We had both track owners away, so it's a bit hard to race. I'm still trying to get my track done. I'm still trying to. I got a lot of cleaning up done and got a lot of stuff done, and I still need to do more to get to it, to get some more work done. I've got 3.5 rails left to insert. And then I've also, to top that, I've also been, some other videos you may or may not be interested in. I've been racing Wampies, which is what I used to race back in the 90s. I loved racing them. They were my favourite car. I've been helping one of our other whole-scale slot races with his one. So I've just done a few little modifications to his. I've changed the way the motor was soldered in, so I've soldered it under here as well to box it up to make the motor mount solid so it doesn't flex. And then I've boxed in the rear. Reason being, I've set the gear mesh up to be a very, very fine gear mesh, so it runs in really well. And by doing this, triangulates all the areas and beefs them right up so that the gear mesh is not going to get tighter and looser as it drives. And also it'll give it a bit of impact damage, because these things are quite wide, and when they hit a wall quite hard, the last thing you'd want is for it to bend. Saying that, this particular one is a spring steel chassis, so that's probably less likely to happen, but still. I've also made alloy tubing to go over the outside. In my one, I run different wires. So where are we? Yeah, so my wires actually rub as I turn. So by doing that, it just allows the tube to, like the wire hits on the tube and allows the axle to keep spinning without having anything breaking it, because that would, slowing it down, that'd be annoying. But these things are good fun to drive. I think the next race, these don't happen very often for us because I can't get there on a school night. I start work too early in the morning, but Mike at Showisher Slots has been throwing these race events on every couple of months, but the next one's not until November. But we'll be ready. I'll be building another one of these. I'm looking for someone to come racing with me, whether I can talk my wife into doing it or my son to doing it, or I don't know, maybe even my brother. I don't even know. I'll con someone into coming and having a race with us, and I'll have a pre-built car for him so we can compete on the day. But yeah, just things I'm doing, things I'm getting through. got to do put some serious hours into making some more tyres for people. I've been a bit slack on that this year. So I've got a really big list, got everyone sorted out, got everyone's names written down on paper and what they want. So I've got a little checklist that while I'm making stuff, I can just make this. If I'm making the same thing for multiple people, I can knock it out, and yeah, and then get them off to them. So anyway, I'm not going to bore you anymore with other rubbish. I'm gonna go. I'll come back with something else in the future, no doubt. I try to make my videos interesting, but yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, and thank you to the new subscribers who have been joining my channel even while I haven't been putting up videos. I really appreciate it. So yeah, so if you've got friends and they may be interested in some of the content on here, I've tried to put things on the channel that are the things that I was looking for when I joined the hobby back in, seriously back in 2016, and I couldn't find it. So this is the type of information I've tried to put up, and I hope people learn things from it, and there's plenty in the comments where that people have shared their knowledge as well on how to do things. So the comments are worth going to as well to see what other people say about the things that I bring up. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and come back and watch the next one. Bye.